What's going on, guys? So I've been working on the Nova a fair bit there. Changed the intake off camera. I did a few little things to the carburetor, and then this ridiculous hood came up on the internet used for a good deal. It's just a fiberglass jobby. Probably really don't need it at all, but I like how obnoxious it looks. So I'm gonna fix that up. It's got some some cracking and stuff in it, so I'm gonna flip it over, strengthen up the back a little bit, and then install around where all the fasteners are. Kind of grind that down, put a little bit of fiberglass in there, and then I'll probably shoot the whole thing flat black. It's got a little hole in here, I might cover that up, and then yeah, just do around the scoop. It's got some cracks, and then have multiple hoods, because that's what everybody needs, right? So I'm going to back the car out, get the hood on a stand out in the driveway so I don't make a hell of a mess in here. Just do a quick little bit of body work, flat black, see if it fits on the car. Okay, so here's what I'm working with. It had a little piece of aluminum here. I guess it was tied down right to the air filter, so I took that off. I'll fill it in from the back side. I mean, you can just see like it's cracked and split in a few little spots there around the edges, so I'll get that. But on the underside, I'll put it right here for a second. It's had some repair done before in the front, so I'll just kind of grind that down, and then same thing around where all the fasteners are. It's been repaired before, so I think I'll just kind of hit that with the flap reel real quick, grind that all up. I'll put a few more pieces of fiberglass cloth around there. So I mean, it's pretty structural. I mean, it looks like it's fine for what it is. None of the cracks go through the bottom, so I'll just kind of grind on the top. I got a little bit of I got two different kinds of fiberglass, so I got the cloth and I got a little kitty hair there, so I'll kind of put that in there and quick coat of filler on top. It'll be ready for some flat black. Okay, so here we are. I went over kind of some of the hood. I set a little roll lock, little grinder there, just to kind of rough up the edges. What I'm gonna be doing. I like to kind of pre-rip all the fiberglass cloth, so it comes in a big sheet with square edges. You really want to tear it so it kind of does that, so that way all the little fingers and all that are going to grab around. If you have a hard edge like that, it's not the best. That's kind of what it was when it was repaired at some point before. So that's what I'm gonna do there. That's that. Stuff's super easy. I mean, you just dump it in a thing, put a mix it like body filler type thing, stir it all up, and then kind of dunk the stuff or pour it on or do whatever, get it all kind of pressed in so it's all good, and that's it. So you just want to make sure like I put two little pieces on the side because I'm still going to use these fasteners. I don't know what I'm going to do with the front, if I'm going to use these or not, but for the time being they're going to stay. And then on the bottom one here, I'm going to use 2 or 3 little pieces there to get started, and then on the other side I'll fill it in and do the body work on that side. So this is real easy. Goosh the stuff, put it in the corners where you want, let it harden, and then I'm not going to do much with it. I might just kind of come on the edge just to get the loose junk off, and it's repaired. Alright guys, so I didn't do a lot of filming while I was doing this, or any, because it's kind of a two-hand job. But you can see, I didn't get all of it too crazy, but I got where I wanted to. So let this set up for a little while, then I'll go over it, so it'll roll out, kind of get all the junk off and stuff like that. You sit here, it's all kind of just whatever. And then I did across the whole front, so it should be nice and strong. Made sure I didn't get these things so they all kind of move. Should be fine, same with the ones in the front. And that's that. So I'll let this set up for 20 minutes or so, do a little bit of screwing around the garage, and I'll flip it over and start fixing the shiny side. All right. Well, I just kind of hit this, let it dry for a bit, hit it with the roll lock real quick, and I just painted it black, so it's good. Well, I'm just kind of screwing around, started cutting down some trees because I got bored. But, I mean, that's that. I'll flip it over now. And you can just kind of see that's the the repair there, so I'll just kind of smooth that off real quick, put a little coat on there. Everything under here is all solid now, so these little cracks, again, I'll just kind of feather them out and put a little bit of fiberglass all around there. There's a couple of cracks here, kind of some big ones, but again, the backside's all structurally sound-ish. So same thing, I'll just kind of hit those, bring those all down, schmoop some fiberglass on there, sand it off, quick coat of body filler, and time for flat black. So I'll get this sanded down and show you guys what I'm talking about. So there we have it. Just a little bit of Fiberglass on there, so I'll let this set up for a half hour or so. I'll probably just kind of rough it out with the roll lock again, and then filler. But it may not be the prettiest, but it will be strong again, and all the little cracks are all taken out of it. And the rest of it, I mean, all in here, I should just be able to scuff it up all around the side of the scoop and just plug it flat black. There it is. So it's just kind of roughed out, real rough obviously. I'll give it a couple coats of filler. I'll scuff it by hand now at this point because it's kind of going to start slowing down. Sand it up, hopefully I'll just kind of keep it there down and around the edges. Should be kind of easy, a little tricky around these fasteners, but it is what it is. Scuff it down to maybe some 120 or even 240, and then paint it flat black. So I figured I'd just kind of show you guys how it's going. This is the kind of desired effect. You got all the blue is the Fiberglass, the actual fiberglass, and then the yellow is just filler. So it kind of smooths it all up. You can see how it kind of goes a little goopy. So obviously, where it's yellow is a low spot with the fiberglass. So I'll just kind of keep working my way around. And I'll bring it back a few times and show you the progress. So here's the progress I've made. Scoop's not too bad, and I'm just working my way around. It's real tedious around all these little fasteners. Probably should have drilled them out and riveted them back in, but about halfway done. Just do around there, finish up that, then I'll scuff the whole thing down. Supervisor. So there it is. It's all roughed out in 220. Nothing too special. Still got lots of cracks and sanding scratches and all sorts of stuff in it, but I'm just gonna plug it flat black, put it on the car, see if I even like it, and then if I do, I can peel it off at any time and do it properly. But yeah, so I'm just gonna we'll get the hose, wash it all off, and air dry for a little bit, mask off just a small little bit of trim, and paint it black. So there she is, all black, pretty much done. So let this dry for a little bit, then I gotta tuck it on this car. Unfortunately, I was hoping I could just put the little clamps, they just go on the tie downs, go on the side of the fender. I was just gonna kind of screw them in, but they come out flat and it's gonna interfere with the side of the hood. So what am I gonna do? I don't really want to chop this hood up because it's a nice hood, brand new. But you can see on this one what I mean, just so everything, those tie downs fit. So I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do there. For now, I'll just take this hood off, put the other ones on, and see how it looks, see if I like it, and then if I do, I'll figure out a better way to mount it more permanently. But yeah, I just washed that hood. Actually, I got the same guy that did the dash on the 55 is going to come over. I wanted to get some script done on that, just up the side. So I was just going to take it off and then put on the fender stand for him. Probably be easier to work on the fender stand than leaned over the car tomorrow. And in the meantime, I'm going to slap this sucker on. So my old man's going to come over and pull this one off, set this one on, hopefully it goes swimmingly. Well, my old man came by. It's actually dark out now. Plop the hood on. It fit pretty good. It's got a little bit more fine tuning to do. This one side's a little tight. You can see the hood is kind of fallen down in the center, so I gotta just put a little bit of something on the back for support and all that. Once that brings it up, that'll fold this back in, because you can see it's, I don't know if it'll show my camera, it's jabbed against the fender. And it's kind of a bit of a funny fit. It fits good on the front, not the back, but I kind of think that's just fiberglass for you. So it definitely looks pretty race car. Like I said, tomorrow that guy's gonna come over, the traveling sign painters, and he's gonna do a little bit of work on this. So I want to just say, DD Speed Shop on the side of the scoop there, or the cowl. So I'm sure tomorrow we'll get that. We'll finish up the video tomorrow, kind of see how that turns out, and you guys can let me know what you think. This one's super easy to pull on and off. This one's a little bit more work, and I don't know, looks a little bit more stockish or whatever. This one looks bananas, which I like. But I think that's it for tonight. So I'll be back out tomorrow. We'll see how that hood goes, and yeah, take a photo on it. All right, guys, next day. So I had the hood painted up. Traveling sign painters came over and hooked it up. So just real simple there, but DD Speed Shop on the cowl of both sides. So I'll let this sit inside overnight, let it harden up nice, and in the meantime, yeah, so the big hood's on there, flat black. Drove it around a little bit. Doesn't seem like it rattles around too bad. I had to put a little piece of foam at the back because it had no support, but now it's decent. I'm not gonna lie, these clips are a bit of a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. So let me know what you think. What hood do you prefer? This big gaudy one, lazy, or the cowl jobby? So let me know. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe to the channel, tell all your friends, like the video, all those good things. I'll see you guys in the next one.